school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan State. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Spartans will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolverines offense will take the first swing of the game. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well at these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
The Wolverines want to crank the tempo, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The RPO, it's complete. At the 35, he's got room. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw, and they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. They'll send out the kicker here. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So the Michigan State Spartans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Spartans will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Quickly out to the tight end. Obviously, both sides love to win this rivalry game, but when Michigan State does it, it's almost as if they enjoy it more, and they love taking a close one last year.
Well, they enjoy it more because they're talked about all the time as the little brother. They're looked at as inferior. So I think Michigan State always loves to hit to the big Michigan, hail to the victors, and really make a statement against the team everybody looks at as one of the biggest brands in college football.
Yeah, and I think if they want to be seen as an equal, not just in-state, but really in the national picture too, then you've got to string these wins together. You've got to beat your in-state rival over and over and over consecutively. So this is a big opportunity in this game for Sparty.
On target. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's man. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's man. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Here's the handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Bulls his way forward. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll leave it with him. Nice move, create some space. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Spartans are flying down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on second down. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're trying to get to it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolutely perfect. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wolverines will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, it's man. Oh, what a move to get open. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over USF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. They want to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the misfire, now on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
Neutrals on defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They try to pop a run on the draw. And the defense is swarming to keep it from getting to the first down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes to the end zone. And the ball is picked off.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Wide receiver now comes in motion, getting some heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes to the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Marshall. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the 1st down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense getting set for 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll open the 2nd half with a run. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's man. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun. Wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down. And he slides in safely. And the Spartans have this offense rolling. From the gun to give. Looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well stick with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running back goes in motion. Goes to the option. Past the first down marker and still running. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through to conversion.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that can hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes a catch. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Working that left side now. Oh, what a move! And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. The snap sets up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give on the inside.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing in the second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Marshall. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Michigan! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column.
Leaves it with the running back.
They're up by just 1 over USF. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. New set of downs after that completion. They think there's room to run to the right here. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Spartans are on the move.
And a first down.
They're going back to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Powers forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barges ahead. Touchdown, Sparty! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. At the 45 on its way. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll try the run. Fights off a defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the... No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. A designed run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He'll toss it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Wolverines! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third down, going up top. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. Finds his man down the middle. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.